Hello Discovery Channel producers, my name is Devin and I have created a 10-page PowerPoint presentation that I'll be showing about how I'm going to conquer the wheel. You know what? Actually, I'm not fond of this setting, so why don't we change it up a little? Alright, that's much better. So you wanted to see the real me and why you think I can take on the wheel. Well, here I am. So right now I'm on top, well not on top, we're at camp on Mount Shuckson. A little over 9,000 feet in Washington, it's one of the higher peaks in the state. Behind me is the beautiful Mount Baker, just enjoying a little view before camp. So a little bit about myself. As I said, my name is Devin. I am married. My wife is a civil engineer by day, and she is also a reservist in the U.S. Navy. She's actually deployed right now on a humanitarian mission in Africa for 9 months, so that's been lots of fun. Let's see, we have a 1-year-old son. He is completely super happy and super insane all the time. I'll introduce him to you later when I make my way back down this mountain. His name is Nico. He's a ton of fun. He loves the outdoors as much as me and my wife do, go camping all the time. So let's see, why can I take on the wheel? Honestly, I haven't met a challenge I can't face and beat. I'm a weekend warrior. I work for Boeing during the weekdays, aircraft manufacturer. I work on the 787 Dreamliner. I've got a degree in aerospace engineering, so a bit of an aero nerd. But the weekends I come out here, out to the mountains, and I love it. You name it in the outdoors and I do it. Rock climbing, ice climbing, skiing, backcountry skiing, mountaineering, alpine climbing, you name it, I love it. I don't have any actual survival training, and that's part of why I want to do this. I've spent a lot of time in the outdoors. I know all the skills of how to survive out here. I've just never really had to put them to the test. So I'd like to see what I could do. Other training I've got that's useful, Eagle Scout. That was a lot of fun. And just generally love the outdoors. So I haven't met a challenge ever that I can't beat. So I think I'm ready to take on your wheel. Why don't I show you a little bit more about what I love to do? So you wanted to know about my ability to have endurance and survive out in the wilderness. Well, I'm 9,000 feet up above the sea level on a glacier. I hiked about a nautical mile to get here and probably about 10 on the ground. So yeah, I think I've got the endurance. Run half marathons. Thought that would be hard, proved it was easy. Let's see, I've got 40 of the top 100 peaks in Washington under my belt. And probably about 100 other summits. Rock climbing, technical, ropes, you name it, I can do it. What has your wheel got? Bet not much.
Oh no, they're gonna beat us.
So you think I'm tough enough to take on the wheel? You tough enough to get up at 2 a.m. on a glacier in the cold, in the snow, and hike out top of a mountain and actually enjoy it? I think I could take on your wheel. Summit of Mount Shuckson. So you might be thinking that I staged this and came out specifically to take this video, but in reality, this is just an average weekend for me. I need a challenge. Think your wheel is enough for me? Alright, decided to finish up the video from home, a little more comfortable here than out on the glacier. You asked a little bit about my strengths and weaknesses. Strengths, clearly my dedication, I think, is most important. I don't quit or anything I'm doing. I started training for a half marathon this year and did it in 3 months, and since then I've done 3 half marathons and a number of other races. I've done long climbs where I'm spending 25, 30 hours moving and 30 hours on the move without stopping, and once I've got a goal in mind, I don't stop. I'd say my biggest weakness for something like this probably is knowledge, survival in extreme environments, and at least putting that knowledge to the test. I know the Pacific Northwest very well. I know alpine and high environments very well in the mountains. Don't really know much about deserts and other types of environments that I haven't really been exposed to. I've done a fair amount of traveling for work. I fly out to customers and teach them how to maintain airplanes. Been to China, Chile, and London just in the last year. But yeah, mostly in the cities, not in some of their actual environments in the outdoors. But as far as surviving in difficult and extreme environments, I just got back, as you can tell, from 2 days and spent about 20 hours on the move on the last day for the summit of Mount Shuksan, 9,200 feet. You want to talk about extreme environment, I actually pretty severely sunburned the inside of my mouth just from having my mouth open while the sun was reflecting down off the snow and the ice of the glacier and back into my face, even though I was wearing a ton of sunscreen, a hat, and everything else you can imagine, and I still today feel a sunburn on the inside of my mouth. So you want to talk about extreme environments, I think I can handle myself. But I would really like the chance to test my knowledge and skills trying to survive in those environments. Right now I thrive in them, but I thrive in them using the equipment that I have. I thrive in them using advanced planning and a lot of knowledge that I gain. And I don't know what would happen if I didn't have those. I think I would do amazingly, but I'd love to find out. So I couldn't possibly conclude this application without introducing you to Mr. Nico here. He's 14 months old, and he just never stops. So now I'm going to go tackle the most extreme environment of all, anything well beyond what your wheel could possibly dish out, and that's mealtime and bedtime. So yeah, I'd love to take on the wheel, and I'd have a lot of fun with it, so hope you pick me. Thanks.